Hello everybody. How's everybody doing today? You see me okay? Sun's out here. It got a lot warmer out here now. This morning it was like really cool this morning. You know what I mean? Really bad this morning. It was cold. It's almost the middle of May. Almost second week of May, and 30 degrees at night, in the 30s. They said tomorrow, Mother's Day is tomorrow, so happy Mother's Day to everyone. It's gonna be a soaking rain here all day and all night to early morning hours. Up north in Ohio, they'll see snow showers, like a rain, wet, snow mix. So yeah, it's pretty bad, you know. So yeah, enjoying this weather out here before it starts getting cold and wet again. Tonight's supposed to get down to 40 though, 40 and rain. So it'll be like a cold rain, 40 degrees and cold. So yeah, my inappropriate sinus tachycardia has been behaving today somewhat. So it's been behaving for a week. So I thank God for that, because I don't like them episodes, because you don't know what's going to happen when that thing starts going racing real high in the 180, 200s. And it's a waste of time going to the hospital, because they see the number. When they see that pulse rate jump up and down real fast, they're like blown away, like, oh my God, this has got to be anxiety. And it's not anxiety. I got an autoimmune disorder with multiple sclerosis, and that's a dysfunction in the MS, okay? I have scar tissue in my brain, neck, and spine, so it's like nerve damage. It's like a pinched nerve. You feel a burning feeling, like a sharp pain, then all of a sudden your pulse starts getting up high. Then it starts messing with your blood pressure. My blood pressure was like 225 over 180 one time. And I was at the hospital with the 180, 200 pulse rate on top of it. They wouldn't treat it. They said it was anxiety. It's all in your head. It'll go away on its own. So after 9 trips to the hospital, I just deal with it at the house. Something happens, something happens. I mean, even the ambulance driver says, we're not turning the lights and sirens on because you're not dying. They're seeing the numbers real high in their ambulance on the machine, heart machine. They drove there normal traffic, no lights, no sirens. You're not dying. It's not COVID. I said, no, I don't have COVID, I don't think. They said, well, we're not turning the lights and sirens on unless it's COVID-19 related. So, with this kick with, having a fever is the first symptom of COVID. But the lady in the ambulance said she had COVID, did not have a fever. And they start putting their thermometer on my forehead. Apparently that's the first symptom, is having a fever, but that's not the case. I mean, they're going like crazy. Everybody who had fever's got a quarantine for 12 to 14 days or whatever it is. Yeah, so they got a big old kick about that. I bet there's some people out there. I bet there's a lot of people out there that got tested for COVID and tested positive, but they didn't have a fever. So it's one of them things they don't know all about yet. Just like the side effects of the vaccines during the trial, but not after the trial. That's why a lot of people are waiting to get the results, because they'll call the FDA after about a year or so, and they log all the side effects of the vaccines. You have to call the FDA like any medicines, because the medicines, the printout they give you at the pharmacy doesn't show you all the side effects. That's the side effects during that trial period of that medication, not after. You have to call the FDA and they'll tell you the side effects. It's like a beta blocker I take. Get ringing in the ears real bad, like real bad. Sometimes it gets real intense. And cardiologist nurse said, no, it's not even. The cardiologist nurse says, no, it's not a side effect of that medicine. So I called the pharmacy. They said, no, it's not in here. We don't see it. So I called the FDA. They took me to their website. She goes, see line 6.1. It's got tinnitus on there, or tinnitus, ringing in the ears for the beta blockers. So what that tells you, they only show you the trial period side effects of that medication, the 6 months, a year, or whatever it was. If you want the true side effects of a medication, call the FDA. They'll tell you the side effects of that medication after the trial, where people call and say, hey, I take this medicine, I got this and this and this, and they log all that, where they get thousands and thousands of people calling and complaining, and they log it. They keep track of it. So if you got a side effect medicine that's not in that little printout they give at the pharmacy, because that's only during the 6-month trial or year trial or whatever it is, call the Food and Drug Administration, 800 number, and they'll tell you what the side effects are. Tell them what the medicine is, spell it out, milligrams, extended release, or whatever it is, injection, medicine, pills, or whatever. Get much info you can on that medication you take so they can look at it. They look into it on their computer system. They'll tell you the full side effects after the trial period ended. See, I didn't know that. The lady FDA says, yep. Then printouts you get at the pharmacy only show you the side effects people complain about during the trial period, not after. So there's more to it than that. So the FDA logs all that information. When people call and complain, the FDA, they log all that. And they probably get thousands and thousands of calls, and they store all that information after the trial period. So now I know that. So now I'll call the FDA. If I got a weird side effect, like the weird side effects of a beta blocker. Beta blocker helps you with your pulse rate, but the side effects of a beta blocker is low pulse rate. My pulse gets down to 30. You know, a lot of people have no clue what their pulse rate should be, or even their blood pressure should be, or even their oxygen level should be. I asked a lot of people, I show my pulse meter, and I got about 5 pulse meters. I got 3 blood pressure machines here. I just bought one here recently. Everybody said, Mo, you keep up. Thermometers, I got different kinds. Yeah. And I got big stacks of hundreds of new batteries, because the heart is nothing really to mess with. Your heart and your oxygen level. They said the oxygen level could be a silent killer. If people don't monitor their oxygen level at night, especially, they can have a sleep apnea, or their oxygen level getting in the 70s and 80s. That's a silent killer, they say. A lot of people have no clue what it should be. I'm talking younger people and older. They're like, I have no clue what my blood pressure should be, or my pulse rate, or my oxygen level. They have no clue what it should be. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Yep, it's crazy. Shoot, I'm a health freak now. I lost 40 pounds in 6 months. 44 waist down to a 36. How about that? No, with this heart rhythm problem, there's no caffeine, no cigarettes, no pop, no cigarettes, no chocolate. You can't eat chocolate either, because chocolate's got that thing in there where your heart rate will go up. Chocolate, nicotine, cigarettes will make it jump up and down real fast and real crazy. I'm telling you, it's a sensation where your body is burning. It's bad. And if you feel like you got that vomit in your mouth, it burns. Okay, and it's not anxiety, I'm telling you. I'm tired of them hospitals swearing up and down that shit's anxiety. I'm tired of hearing about that, because a lot of them doctors are uneducated. I spent months writing letters and calling that hospital, take that anxiety out of their computer, because every time I go there for something, I'll go in there with a broken nose and they'll tell me it's anxiety. You don't have a broken nose. That's how bad that hospital is. It's bad. I went in there Halloween, it's Halloween or the day after Halloween, November 1st or October 31st. I can't remember what day it was, but I called him. It was on a Sunday morning. Called the doctor on call. I said, my pulse rate is 180 and it won't go down. She said, go to the hospital. So I called the ambulance. They took me to the hospital. Doctor come in. He took blood work and urine work and all kinds of tests. So he waited a few more hours, took another blood test. I was like, what's that for? He said, liver enzymes. We're checking for, not liver enzymes, but heart enzymes. Heart enzymes. We're checking them twice. Heart enzymes came back fine. So he took more blood work a third time. He said, we're checking for blood clots. He said blood clots can cause that heart to go crazy up and down, the pulse rate. You know what I mean? They want your pulse rate to be 60 to 100 beats per minute. Not 120, 140, 150. On the website, Cleveland Clinic or one of them on there says your pulse rate is over 120, just doing nothing, to go to the hospital. What sucks about it when you go to the hospital is you go to the hospital with a high pulse rate and you leave with a high pulse rate, because when mine was 180, they refused to treat it, because I seen the computer, you see a cardiologist here in 11 or 12 days. You're just going to have to wait it out. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, we can't do nothing here. You see a cardiologist here soon. You're just going to have to wait it out. So I have to lay in my bed, because when I lay down, usually it's like normal. In the past week, my pulse rate laying down has been 40s when I'm sleeping, 40s, 50s, and 60s. So, 3 weeks ago, it wasn't like that. I was like in the 80s and 90s sleeping. See how how it's got a mind of its own. And, you know, when I have one of them episodes, the ambulance driver says, "You take your medicine?" Yes, I do. I take all my medicines. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do. And just, you know, they think a pill will solve it all, and it doesn't solve it all. I'm telling you, it does not. Some people, my condition took them over about a year. They got a Facebook group, inappropriate sinus tachycardia. There's all kinds of them. There's all kinds. There's tachycardia, and there's all kinds of them. POTS. They're all somewhat alike, but there's different symptoms with them, okay? It's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's like a support group on Facebook. So, you know, people have your condition, they understand. When people don't have your condition, they don't understand. My friends tell me, "Yeah, I should have been a doctor. I know all about it." He's telling me to get a new heart. With multiple sclerosis, heart's not the issue. It's like having an alternator in your car, but they're telling you to get a new alternator. It's actually the wiring going to the alternator's got short in it. Same way with MS. Multiple sclerosis, your nerves have a coating on it, and it attacks it, it eats it away, it leaves scar damage, like nerve damage, permanent nerve damage. There's no cure. And they're telling you me to get a new heart when it's actually the wiring going to my heart that's shorting out. Yeah. Yep, sure does. Your brain controls your whole body, and when it's damaged, it interrupts signals to your heart. That's why a lot of people with MS can't walk. They get dizzy, vertigo, seizures. Some people get seizures with MS. Everybody's different with MS. It's a snowflake disease. You have 10 people lined up with multiple sclerosis, and every one of them will tell you something different. They have different symptoms. It's called a snowflake disease. Okay? It's one of them things you don't know nothing about. You don't know anything about it unless you got it. You know what I mean? You don't get it till you got it, basically. So, yeah, my cardiologist says this is a dysfunction of MS causing the heart problems, but my neurologist disagrees. But you can Google it on the internet. It's all over the internet, the dysfunction. Because I go to an area, a neurologist, they swear up and down the medicines will solve it all. The injection therapy, and that's not the case. The medicines slow down the progression, not stop it. They slow it down. But after you have it for a decade or so, you feel a difference in your body changing. I'm telling you. Yep, it slows it down like 34, 35%. And I had it since 2003. And I noticed my body changed. I had to quit work. I was falling down, forgetting things, getting lost, didn't know where I was at. That's how bad it is. And the judge, I had a fight to get my disability. And the judge's like, "Man, I like your work history." I said, "Yeah, I worked till I fell flat in my face. I worked with MS for a long time. When the doctor says stop working, I had to stop working." It got to the point, my job says, you're a risk. We can't keep you anymore. You keep on getting hurt at work. You're a risk. That's what happened. Kept on falling down customer's house. Had a carpet wand. Knocked it, chipped up their wall when I fell down. Big heavy steel wand. Boom, nicked it all up. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, and I worked hard. I worked, 16, 17-hour days, 6, 7 days a week. Made real good money, and I lost it all just like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Sorry about that. I'm up there swiping and getting these people on YouTube popping up fourth stimulus check. Huh. Whatever, dude. You be talking about them stimulus checks for the past 6 months, next 6 months, because I tell people, them YouTubers, when they get it like when they get 100,000 views or more, they make about a stimulus check or more themselves, depending on how many views they got. That's why they do it. They prey on the people. They prey on the desperate. Social Security, VA, SSI, SSDI, Railroad, R&B. The people that are desperate, they're preying on. And they post a video every 2 to 3 hours, 7 days a week. Because when they hit 100,000 views, they're like, cha-ching. And they got ads in their videos. If you see pop-up ads, commercials in their videos when you're watching on YouTube, that's Google AdSense. That's how they get paid. Okay, when they get 100,000 views, they get $1,300. And they get 200,000 views, $2,600. And some of them guys they're 300,000 and 400,000 views. But I noticed when the pandemic first started, they were getting like 1 million views. I bet they were cha-ching. And then they put on the video how much money they were making. Then everybody started this stimulus stuff. Stimulus. Because it's a hot topic. People are desperate for more money because they're not working or they're sick. Can't pay their rent. And they're convincing you there's a forced stimulus check. I haven't heard anything on the news about a forced stimulus check, but they're convincing you there's going to be a forced stimulus check. Reoccurring payments. They've been talking about their reoccurring payments for over a year now. Did it happen? No. But they're making money. They're making thousands of dollars per video. That's crazy, isn't it? They're profiting from the pandemic. I don't like that at all. People are like, well, I didn't know they make money on them videos. That's why they're doing it. That's why you see a million YouTube channels on their stimulus, fourth stimulus, fifth stimulus, this and that and this and this. If there's going to be a fourth stimulus, it'll be on the news and they'll tell you about it. But right now, it's just all BS talk just to get you to watch them videos so they can make money on it. If I can make $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a day sitting at a desk putting YouTube videos on there, I would do it. But I'm not going to make money off the pandemic. These guys are raking in some serious money. Because I looked them up on YouTube. You can look up their earnings. They're making some serious cash. Some of them are. I'm talking like $80,000 to $100,000 a month. Yep. Some make $120,000 a month. Some of them made over $1 million since this pandemic. They made over $1 million since the pandemic began. Over $1 million posting stimulus check videos every day of the week. Convincing you you're getting all these stimulus. I mean, what, the third stimulus, didn't they talk about it for like 9 months before it happened? Like almost a year? Look how much money they made in 9 months. $700,000, $500,000, $400,000 or whatever. Depend on the views. Cha-chinging. Sitting at home. Making videos. Watching the news. Watching the internet. And just showing you stuff off the internet. Just like blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's on the internet, but it's not true. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah. So that's what's going on. Everyone have a happy Mother's Day tomorrow, because I won't be outside filming tomorrow because the rain. It's going to be 40 degrees tonight and rain. It's going to be like that cold rain. But up north in Ohio, they're going to get rain showers. You know what I mean? So yeah. But okay. About to hop off here, but everybody have a great weekend, okay? Have a great Mother's Day, okay? I appreciate all your support, okay? Alrighty. Bye now. Thank you, everyone, for all the support. I'm greatly appreciated. Please like and subscribe and comment below, okay? Thank you.